Hi, everybody. For this week's Inside Assignment, I chose to read Marcus Reach. It's the story of escaping a labor camp. So his story, so this is where I'm going to die, is an account of a young boy's experience during the Holocaust and his traveling he had to go through and all of the brutal things that he had experienced from the ghettos to the concentration camps, to a terrible persecution, and lots of struggles and challenges and lots of suffering and constant fear. Marcus and his family, similar to the stories of many other Jews, were subjected to relentless persecution from the Nazis. They were stripped of their rights. He gives examples of things that he was just stripped away from, and how he was just constantly threatened with violence, almost living his life in fear at all times. The things he endured were terrible. The living conditions were terrible, and it made me think like how fortunate I am through the life that I was able to live through from what my parents provided for me, and compared to like the living conditions that he had compared to me, it blows my mind. Especially through like things like basic necessities, being forced into labor and constant abuse, are really like some of the hardships he had to experience. And Marcus was really like limited his entire life due to the Holocaust, and it made lifelong impacts. It showed him life and death, and it made it like it gave him so many decisions. Whether to escape or to fight back or to keep his head down and accept his fate. One thing that he did touch on was the documents, versus kind of served like a lifeline for him, and something that another choice that he was had to make was if hiding was something that he could do, if escaping was something for him. Again, with like he experienced so many emotions that a child shouldn't have to, and he learned so many things that a child shouldn't have to. I've never really experienced real suffering in my life, and that's something that he saw on a daily basis. So, like, reflecting on my own childhood, it's hard to imagine the level of fear and hardships that he and all the other children throughout the Holocaust had to go through. I was able to grow up playing sports and growing and playing, where he would have to experience trauma on a daily basis. I think it's really interesting though to learn about children and their childhoods through the Holocaust, and I think it's definitely an emotional topic, but it's something that I'm interested to learn about, and it is a really brutal topic to talk about. But hearing about this one specific story was definitely interesting to me, but also kind of shook me, like just thinking about it on a deeper level of like what my childhood is and what his had to be without a choice. But thanks for listening.